AP Tone, I know you're excited to talk about Josh freaking Allen, pal.
You mean the best quarterback in the NFL?
Okay, so you're willing to say that yesterday Bill Belichick called the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback room maybe the best quarterback situation in the NFL. That thing obviously had a lot of reactions.
Sure. Yes,
one way or the other. But this morning, Tone Diggs came in, put his cowboy hat down on the bar, and said, I'll say it, Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the NFL. Last night was a Josh Allen show through and through. Looked like he was having an absolute blast from the beginning of that game to the end of that game. He was hitting everybody on his team for points. Shakir is going to be wild to watch. Kincaid's obviously bananas across the back. It's like this team, seemingly, we didn't have much conversation about their weapons going into the season. We didn't know what this iteration of the Buffalo Bills is going to look like. Anytime you're a good team, you have to go through different chapters. You have to evolve. You have to get rid of players that you love, and they love you. Morse last night, former center of the Buffalo Bills, now playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars, went up to Coach McDermott afterwards and said, I love you, Coach. And that's because he's experiencing what's going on down there in Jacksonville right now. But this is what happens whenever you're good. Josh Allen was going to be tested. He was going to be judged. Post Stefon Diggs, how are you going to play? He's playing his best ball, and he looks like he's having a blast out there doing it all.
Yeah, but he's just throwing it to wherever the offense dictates. He throws the ball, and it's awesome. He looks like he's having fun. And I'm saying that this morning, and I was allowed to say that this morning because Patrick Mahomes came out and said, I'm not playing great right now.
He did.
He's got 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So, no, he's not. Right now, Josh Allen's got 9 touchdowns, no interceptions. So, as of right now on September 24th, Josh Allen is playing like the best quarterback in the NFL. And like there were a lot of people thought there was going to be a huge drop-off because of Diggs and Gabe Davis is gone and Mitch Morse is gone. But I know Jacksonville sucks, and you're not allowed to say the Bills are good because Jacksonville sucks. I found that out last night.
Of course.
That's on me. That's my fault. But the Bills look awesome. The Bills look like a wagon. Look like they're having a great time. And I don't think that window is closed yet on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you talk about Josh Allen seemingly playing his best football, it looks like he's most free.
Yeah.
It looks like he's most free. Definitely the most happy he's
For sure. Without a doubt.
I mean, he's always, we see him at practices. We'll get some viral videos of him dancing, and doing Josh Allen stuff.
Pranking people.
Yeah, he's so funny. And then they'll do like, hey, the best shit talker, who talks the most shit is Josh Allen. So you hear about that? But it just looks like he's a little kid out there. It legitimately looks like he's a little kid, but he's not a little kid.
No.
He can run you over at any given moment and will do that. It's like the way he plays, the style in which he plays, so much fun. We're taking shots. We're talking shit. We're running people over. Defense also playing great.
Yeah.
Now Jacksonville sucks.
They do.
So that
They
is
do.
obviously the iteration of this entire thing. But defense plays phenomenal as well. Do they have it up there in Buffalo, D-Butch, you think, this year? Is this the year the Buffalo Bills get over to... Is this the year that the Buffalo Bills fans have been waiting since the missed kicks? Is this the time whenever they lose Stefon Diggs and they lose a bunch of name players? Jordan Poyer, all-pro on the defensive side.
Yeah.
He's gone. There's a lot of people that leave. Is this the time for the Buffalo Bills?
Calling Von Miller wash. What did he do last night? Get another sack? I mean, they're built. They're playing. They play hard week in and week out, and they still will get healthier throughout the year. So they're clicking on all cylinders right now. Kincaid showed up. Keon Coleman even had a big play. Shakir, I think he'll continue to be kind of Josh Allen's number one target. But it's not like coming in as a defense, you can say, all right, let's take away Diggs. Let's take away this guy. Like the run game with Cook under this Joe Brady call offense has been great. And Josh Allen, you mentioned, just being free, just letting it fly. And when you're playing, when you get that Josh Allen experience, obviously it's going to be a ton of good, sprinkling a little bad here. You haven't seen much bad early on, so it's great right now. Everything looks great.
Yeah, we haven't seen a turnover machine.
No.
Which is
take care of it.
He'll lead the league in touchdowns, and then he'll have the most amount of turnovers as well. And it's like, well, that's Josh Allen football. You're gonna play with that for what he's gonna create. But now he's not forcing anything anywhere, seemingly.
Yeah.
Just allowed to kind of, and by allowed, and I think a lot of people said. He took a shot at Stefon Diggs afterwards whenever he said everybody's just not worried about stats or anything like that. I don't think just because he says that he's taking a shot at somebody else. But whenever you have somebody as talented as Stefon Diggs, game plan is get ball to person. Why do you have him on your team if you're not going to get him the ball?
Yeah.
And obviously everybody talks about the tension and the potential, negative reaction from a wide receiver if he doesn't get the ball enough. Quarterbacks know that. Everybody knows that. We talked to Aaron Rodgers. He said, got to get the ball to 5. I got to get the ball to Garrett. Well, every quarterback knows, got to get ball. If you have a guy who is different than everybody else, you're going to try to get him the ball more. I mean, that's just naturally going to take place. So whenever that person's gone, and then now it's just like, okay, I best playmaker on team. Okay, so like who do I want to get ball to, as opposed to who do I have to get a ball, is a very fascinating, freeing feeling. And once again, I don't think that's a shot at Stefon Diggs. I think that's just him accepting what the reality of the situation is, and being very happy about it.
And he needed that early on in his career, because you saw his numbers and his development before Stefon showed up. When you can show when you have a guy who, every time in one-on-one situation, he's going to get open. He's going to win a one-on-one matchup unless the defense has to shift guys, have to roll up and put 2 guys on him, and that helps free other guys up. When you have a guy like Diggs, he's going to make your quarterback better. But you can't get to a point where you're like, okay, now he understands the game or he sees it differently. You got more balance on the offensive side. Even if the run game necessarily isn't working, Josh Allen is a run game in himself. If somebody's not open, or I could run around and break the defense's back with my own legs. So I think he needed Diggs for that phase in his career, and now he's at a point where he doesn't at this point. But that's not a knock on Diggs.
No.
When you are Stefon Diggs, when you are that talented of a receiver, of course you want the damn ball. Even we saw in the other game.
And everybody's going to want you to get the ball.
Exactly. We saw in the other game with Terry McLaurin. We saw the quarterbacks that have been throwing him the ball, and he's been quiet going up into Monday night game last night. And he was like, hey, be patient. I'm not going to make a scene. I'll wait for it. And when it comes, when my shot is called, I'll show up.
Yeah, obviously the Josh Allen situation with the Buffalo Bills seems to be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they dog walk the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Blowout.
It's ugly down there.
Oh, boy. Shit on
They're getting better, though. Remember we saw him on draft night? Remember you saw him, I think we saw...
Yeah, was it Tony Khan? I don't know what his official title is. He's like the football czar down there or
football
something
czar.
like that.
He's chief football strategist.
You're right.
Chief
all the
football
draft
strategist.
And he deals with all the undrafted free agents.
Yeah, and he also had a broken neck during draft
He
night.
did.
He had a broken neck during
Practice
draft
didn't get that from football? Wow.
No, he got Paul Drive. He
Yeah.
got Tony Khan Driver.
Yeah.
And I think once I watched the documentary, I realized guy has actual say around the Jaguars.
Yeah, which
did
is
not know that. That was shock of century.
Thought it was just a title.
Honestly, genuinely, did not know that. I don't know how you're able to balance it all. And are you balancing anything? I don't know. That is a phenomenally impressive thing. But I think a lot of their fans are starting to worry. A lot of their fans are starting to try to.
There was a video about that draft night and everything, and I thought it was a gimmick, a joke, a ruse.
To
work.
This guy's drafting he's making football decisions.
That's literally what we're saying.
I know.
That was surprise of the century for all of us. I think watching that video, and it's like, hey, good on you.
Yeah, I know his ball. Now
I think a lot of people are wondering.
Or does he?
I think that's what a lot of people are. I don't know.
I think they got the answer. I don't think they're wondering anymore. I think they know now, like, oh, okay, we have a dipshit.
A lot of ball left. A lot of ball left
Yeah.
to Jacksonville. Let's remember that. And Jacksonville always gives the Colts problems. So I will have nothing but respect for the Jaguars whenever they take the field. But boy, they haven't won in a long time. They just paid a lot of money to somebody who hasn't won in a long time. And then you're seeing stuff on with your eyes when you watch a game. It's like 4 or 5. Okay, we're going to see some development, hopefully, at that quarterback position down there. Because we'd all like to see Trevor shine. Seems like a good dude. Mac Jones got the ball a couple times last
He did.
night.
He looked good.
Yeah, and then he lost it to the other team. It is
Got a block for the guy.
that particular game not good for Jacksonville, especially in primetime. People are going to talk about it. Remember, we like Doug Peterson. We respect what's going on. But we had no idea Tony was actually
That hands-on.
We had no idea.
No.
That was a surprise.
It was.
He'll get it figured
Good
out.
luck down there.
He'll get it figured
That
out.
always works out when that happens.
Always.